Alright guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're finishing off our trinity of Alchemist beers that were included in the final box of the Mikkeller Beer Club for 2018. And what a wonderful couple of beers they've been so far. I mean, Heady Topper, it was great to finally try such an iconic beer, which still got the can, and it's all cleaned out, so that's going on display somewhere, because I need more shit around this place. So we're finishing things off with the Focal Banger IPA, clocking in at 7% ABV in a pint can, and just like Heady Topper, I will be, obviously, just to give you something visually interesting to look at, because we know you're already aroused while you're watching this. But yes, so we'll pour it in and then we'll just drink the rest out of the can, because if they're telling us to do that, I'm going to abide by their rules. So anyway, Focal Banger is an American IPA. We have a real love for IPA here at The Alchemist, and we strive to offer you the best hop experience we possibly can. This beer is brewed using Citra and Mosaic hops and our favourite British malts. Truly an abundance of hoppy goodness. Freshness and control have always been my main concern when it comes to the beer. We are committed to providing you with an unfiltered and unpasteurised hop experience. Why do I recommend that you drink it straight from the can? Quite simply to ensure a delightful hop experience. The act of pouring it in a glass smells nice, but it releases the essential hop aromas that we have worked so hard to retain. If you must pour it into a glass, you may find that some of the hop resin have settled at the bottom of them. Leave them in the can when pouring. This beer is perishable and at its best when it is young, fresh and hazy. Keep it cold, but not ice cold. Drink this beer today, you could be dead tomorrow. I think that last sentence summarises everything, doesn't it, really? Do you know what I mean? You can clearly tell by my appearance that I could do without drinking any more beer for a while. But, do you know what I mean? I could die tomorrow. I could get... My house could get crushed by a big block of ice from an overhead plane that could just smash down on me. I could get hit by a bus. I could get knocked off a bicycle. I could choke on a frog's leg. You never know. So enjoy life while you can. And hopefully you get to enjoy some good beers along the way. Have to say, it's just in my piece now. The editor has just informed me to tell you that I do actually promote a healthy lifestyle. And hopefully 2019 will be the year that I actually get rid of this flab, because I've just realised how ginormous I look on camera. But anyway, so yeah, that was a little bit of spiel from John Kimmick, and yeah, The Alchemist, wonderful stuff. Another beer I've heard a hell of a lot of stuff about, and great artwork as per usual. I've forgotten the guy's name who does the artwork, but he will be credited down below, because I think he's like an accomplished musician as well. Anyway, so it's Christmas Eve as I'm drinking this. So I've had this for just over a month now, I'd say. So I think it's about time I get it drank, and this will be the first of many beers this holiday period. Don't know why I'm mentioning Christmas, because you might be watching this at the height of summer. But anyway, so using my Dark City glass for this one. And there we go. So I know for a fact that this won't be the full representation of what the beer looks like, because it's unfiltered. So a lot of the stuff will still be swirling around in the can. And wonderful smell already. But beer in a glass then, and you do see that lovely haziness. It's got that sort of like lemon curd, almost like pear drop look to it. Yeah, it looks wonderful, doesn't it? And beer poured for about one finger's worth of a tiny one finger head in this tiny little glass, held by an absolutely mammoth sexual beast. Anyway, don't know why I keep making those sort of references, but you keep coming back, so I'll keep doing them. Anyway, let's give it a sniff. just big and juicy. It's loads of mango, loads of peach. The mosaic hops are absolutely singing in this beer. Stomach's just made a weird noise for no reason. Don't know if that picked up on camera. I think it's really wanting to drink this beer, to be honest. But yeah, it's got this lovely, almost resiny concentrated sweetness coming through as well. It's just smelling bold, and yeah, this can. It's obviously travelled from America to Denmark, and then from Denmark, from Mikkeller back to here in the UK, and it's been in the cupboard for a few weeks. But that nose is absolutely wonderful. So yeah, before I get into it, I've got to give a big shout out, of course, to Mikkeller and the Mikkeller Beer Club, because if not for the beer mailbox, I wouldn't have experienced any of these Alchemist beers at this point anyway. Because I know they do keep making their way to the UK every now and then, and you know, these beers are probably some of the most traded outside of Trillium, Treehouse, Finback, Equilibrium. Just trying to make myself look like I know what I'm talking about, so I'll list off other breweries. But yeah, it's smelling fantastic, so let's give it a taste. Cheers, guys. And my Mikkeller referral link is down below, because I'm guaranteed for 2019 Mikkeller are going to get some absolutely beautiful beers put in that Mikkeller Beer Club box. Anyway, enough shilling and on with the drinking. Cheers, guys. That's big and bold. Lovely bold body to it. It's chewy. There's actually quite a surprisingly big potency in terms of that hop character. I'm getting a lot of, it's not burn, but it's big, bold, like hoppy character. Not just it tastes hoppy, do you know what I mean? You know, sometimes when you get IPAs that are just a little bit too young, how crazy is it to think about that? And you get like a big hit of like this herbal tannic character and then burn on the back end. This almost has that. It's not as mellowed out as I thought it would be. It's not unpleasant by any stretch. Don't misconstrue me as saying that. Do you know what I mean? It's still an absolutely terrific beer. It really, really is. Just the right amount of sweetness. Just the right amount of bitterness on the back end. Lovely balance aside from that big in your face hop burst. But that body is absolutely tremendous. It really, really is. It just makes that beer that much more enjoyable to drink. I like this a lot. I would still say at this point Heady Topper has been my favourite of the three, just because I like how bitter that beer is. I love fruity IPAs, do you know what I mean? I love New England style IPAs. I love where that sort of sub-style has come to now in 2018 as I'm recording this. But I do like it when you get a big, like, in your face, pay attention to me, bitch. Do you know what I mean? That sort of beer. And this has that. It's just got a little bit more of a herbal tannic edge than I thought it would do, but does not intrude onto the beer too much. Yeah, I'd say out of the three, Heady Topper was my favourite. Crusher would be a second, and this would be a very close third. I like that a lot. These beers have the reputation for a reason. The brewery has a reputation for a reason. Sure, I've only tried 3 hoppy offerings from the brewery. I'd love to try as many other beers as I can from the Alchemist, because they've all been absolutely top draw. You know, and these recipes, really, when you think about it, I've got a real sense of old school about it. So the fact that even these beers can still stand up with what we're doing now, with hoppy well, hop forward hazy IPAs. It's absolutely outstanding. It really, really is. And the fact that they're continuing to do these beers and doing different interpretations on them, because I know there's some double dry hopped versions of beers that they've done. I know they do some really good stouts and darker beers. So I know enough that the Alchemist are a brewery that more than deserves the reputation that they have, because from the 3 beers that I have had, they've just been absolutely wonderful. And I'm so happy that I got to try them, and I'd happily devour can after can of each of the ones I've had again. So in terms of a rating then on Focal Banger from the Alchemist, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Let's take a sip from the can. So that's weird. I don't know if it's because I'm willing it to be different, but it seems a lot more mellow and fruity when you drink it out of the can. That's really interesting. I want to do this with more of these sorts of beers, because going talk about a completely different beer altogether as I slobber from Northern Monk. When I was in Manchester a few months ago with Rob from Hopzines, I think it was A Whale of Two Cities, which was Northern Monk and Finback, a collaboration that they did. And we had, while we were in the bar, we both had like 2/3 each of the beer. And then the guy behind who was serving us was saying, because I bought a couple of cans as well, one for me and one for Rob, he was saying, oh, don't get me wrong, the keg is lovely, but when you drink it out of the can, it just takes it to a different experience. And there's got to be something about it. Do you know what I mean? You know, as a beer reviewer, of course, you're going to pour the beer into glass. You want to, you know, people to see what the beer looks like, so then when you can smell it, you can, you know, you've got some visual representation. But there is a difference. There really is. And I don't know if it's just like psychological, or, you know, the power of persuasion, or whatever you want to call it. I do think there is a little bit of a difference. And out of the can, it's actually drinking a little bit nicer. So I'm going to have to do some experiments with that with some of the other hoppy beers that I have. And I've got quite a few that I need to get through before the hops fade. But I think we're at that point now where we're putting so many hops into these beers that it's going to take even longer for those characteristics to fall back. And sometimes you might actually get some interesting flavours that come through once a hop has faded. And that was a weird gesture. I don't know what that was supposed to be. But anyway, so Focal Banger from the Alchemist, 8 out of 10. Check out the Alchemist. I'll put the links down below. Check out the playlist for the beers I've had so far. If you're interested by the Mikkeller Beer Club, the link is going to be down below. Excuse me. So you can get yourself a nice little discount. Helps me out as well. And yeah, so 8 out of 10. It's been a wonderful experience drinking these Alchemist beers. And if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. If any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have tried it, then their links are going to be down below. And don't know why I'm talking like this, so I think it's a clear sign that I need to end the video. So thank you for watching, and I shall hopefully see you later. Bye bye guys, you take care.